The story starts in 1914. John is living peacefully with his family and everything is good. John is around 41 years old and he is a hard-working rancher. Jack is around 19 years old and he's getting pretty fast too. Everything is good for the Marston family until Edgar Ross finds John and sends him to hunt down his remaining gang members. In this storyline, John killed Micah around 1910, so everything in this universe happened a few years after. Anyway, Edgar Ross finds John and blackmails him to hunt down Bill, Javier, and Dutch. He captures Abigail and Jack and tells John to hunt his gang members down, or great harm will befall his family. Jack knows what's happening, so he insists on coming along with John. But John and Abigail don't want Jack to be a gunslinger, so they never send Jack with John, and Red Dead Redemption goes on the same. But let's say, what if John allowed Jack to come with him? Though it's very unlikely, as he doesn't want Jack to end up like him. Anyway, John accepts Jack's request, and they reach Armadillo, and the story starts. John and Jack meet Jake, and they reach Fort Mercer. John wants to tell Bill to come with him peacefully, but Jack has a bad feeling about this. He tells John that this might not work, but John still requests Bill to come with him peacefully. Bill laughs and tells John to go back. John implores Bill, and Bill shoots John and tells Jack to take John back and never come back again. Jack takes John and goes to Armadillo. After some days, John recovers, and now they both know this won't work peacefully, and they've got to use brute force. As Bonnie never found John, John never meets Bonnie, so he doesn't do her missions and gets straight into action. John and Jack meet the Marshal, and they do some missions. The Marshal notices that both John and Jack are great shooters, and they lend great help in some things. Jack is writing everything in his journal, his experience, as he always read stories like these, and now he's experiencing this firsthand. John and Jack find West Dickens, then Seth, then Irish, and after some time they have enough things to ambush Fort Mercer. John and Jack, with the Marshal and others, ambush Fort Mercer. Just like in the original, John uses the Gatling gun to kill the majority of Bill's gang members. After that, they hear that Bill has left for Mexico, so John and Jack both go to Mexico. They meet people like DeSanta and other revolutionaries. By the way, in this version, Jack is not as fast and powerful as the canon Jack, as this Jack never experienced being a gunslinger until now, but he still holds up, as John has taught him well. Anyway, they meet Landon Ricketts, and Landon Ricketts teaches them, which enhances their gunslinging skills. John and Jack do some missions with DeSanta, and they have a feeling that DeSanta is just using them, but they have no option. As to find Javier, they have to comply. John and Jack rescue Abraham Reyes, and DeSanta tells them that they found Javier, so they go there. But DeSanta sets them up and captures them. Abraham rescues them, and they finally take sides with the revolutionaries. After doing some missions with the revolutionaries, they lend great help in the Mexican Revolution. After some time, they finally find Javier. Javier sees John and Jack and tells them that he had no choice. He had to take sides with Dutch. Javier asks John why he's hunting down his old gang members, first Micah, then him. John tells him that he has no choice. Javier tries to escape, but as John and Jack both have their guns aimed at him, he doesn't get the chance to escape. They finally capture Javier, and now they set their sights on Bill. They overthrow the Mexican government with the revolutionaries, and finally they find Bill. Bill tells Jack that he isn't even John's son, and Jack shoots Bill. After winning the revolution, they go back to Blackwater to find Dutch, who's apparently hiding in tall trees with his gang. Jack has distant memories of him, how he was good and kind to him. He thought that Dutch would come calmly with them. He's still Uncle Dutch to him. They finally meet Dutch when Dutch comes to rob the bank with his gang, but when Jack sees him after all this time, he can't even understand how much Dutch has changed. He's no longer the man he once knew. He's completely someone else. Dutch kills an innocent woman in front of Jack to escape. John and Jack with the agents follow him, but they can't catch him. Jack is still shocked to see Dutch, who is not the same Uncle Dutch to him. After doing some missions, they finally ambush Dutch's camp. And after killing Dutch's gang, they finally catch Dutch on the mountaintop. Dutch throws his gun and tells them that he has a plan. He tells Jack how grown up he is and tells him that he's proud of him. Dutch reflects upon his past, and he regrets every move. He thinks about Arthur and Hosea in his final moments, how they used to help the poor in the fine times they had. John tells Dutch to come with him, but Dutch just jumps off the cliff. John and Jack have finally hunted their gang members, and now they can go back to their lives. They finally have their family back, and after some days, everything goes back to how it was before. In this timeline, Jack has surpassed Canon Jack. as he's trained by Landon Ricketts and has fought alongside John, which grows his character. He is on John's level in gunslinging. I'd say he surpassed him. Anyway, after some peace and quiet, Edgar Ross attacks the ranch with the army, and John and Jack have no choice but to fight head-on. John has a feeling this would happen, as Ross isn't the one to let him live peacefully. They fight the army, and as they both can handle a gun, they manage to save Uncle from getting shot, and they manage to finish most of them. Now, there can be two endings. The first one is John tells Jack to take Abigail and Uncle with him. Jack insists that John come with him, but John declines and tells him to escape. So Jack escapes with Uncle and Abigail, and John sacrifices himself for his family, getting his redemption and ensuring his family can live peacefully. Jack goes back and sees John's dead body. He buries him and lives with Uncle and Abigail, and he becomes a rancher and a writer. The other ending could be when Jack tells John to come with him, and John agrees and escapes with Jack. The army and Pinkertons follow them, and after a long shootout, they finally manage to kill Edgar Ross and escape. After that, they live someplace else and start over. Personally, I like ending A more, as it's the most realistic one. John still gets his redemption, and he ensures Jack and Abigail finally get out of this life so they can live peacefully. Ending B is good too, as John finally gets to reunite with his family, and they live happily ever after someplace else, away from the law and all the chaos. Abigail had a disease, so she passes away after some years. In the epilogue of Ending A, Jack is either living with Uncle or is alone. He does bounty hunting, and it's the same as the original ending. After that, he lives with Uncle, who's still useless, and his lumbago has worsened. In the epilogue of Ending B, John and his family are finally living someplace good, and they have finally left that life behind. They are living peacefully, and Jack pursues his dream of becoming a writer. He writes all the stuff that he and his father had to endure because of Edgar Ross. John and Abigail are alive, and they are proud to see Jack's development. Tell me in the comments which ending you liked, Ending A or Ending B. If you like this What If, consider subscribing and drop down in the comments what ifs y'all want next.